Hey, everybody. It is Amanda Melby, and I am here again on Facebook Live with our fabulous Key Makeup and Hair, Kay Gray. Hi, Kay. How are ya?
I'm good. I'm doing real well. How are you doing?
I'm great.
Good.
It's been a busy time to be in quarantine with the movie coming out. So
Yeah.
I'm grateful that I've had, something to work on.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So you're almost done with school, right?
Almost done. I have another week of school and then summertime, keeping up some fun book clubs over the summer just to
Oh,
keep
good.
kids attached to each other and
Yep.
they get to see each other and stuff.
I feel like I only have a chance to really read in the summer. So I
Yeah.
try to get caught
I've
up on all my
all
fun
your things that
stuff.
you want to read.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
I'm doing a lot of that.
what is on your list this summer?
To read
Yeah, for
or
yourself.
to do.
No, for yourself, like fun reading to do.
um, I am actually reading a series right now. It's a mystery series. So I just started the first one in that series, and my dog, I don't know what she just did. She knocked something down.
That's all
So,
right.
but anyway, and I've also been reading some Harlan Coben books,
Okay.
which are fabulous, really good. So I'm gonna have a couple more of those on my list.
Excellent. So tell us a little bit. You did both makeup and hair for,
Yes.
and really, truly, we say key makeup and hair, which is what you were, but but we were a pretty darn small crew. So
Yeah.
so you didn't have a whole lot of help. You did a whole lot yourself.
Yes. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I did most of the key leads. Did most of your makeup and hair all myself, and then Tiff Coleman, my assistant hair, she helped with a lot of the extras and also with doing last looks and that type of thing. Also, she ended up being part of the crew and doing some crewing.
Yeah.
Gaffing. I think she was a gaff, or I don't remember. I don't know.
Yeah, she did some PA work also.
Oh yes, she
Um,
did. She did.
and yeah,
She's
so there was,
fantastic.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it was good that she got to work on the set quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
Well,
got to work closely with Nola and Brian and Sarah, and that was huge.
and you know them from
From
before.
GCU, yeah,
Okay.
at Greg Hayne University. So, and that's actually how I heard about this, was because Nola put my name in because we had worked together there at the theater. So
We talked to them last week, Nola and Brian.
yes.
So
Yes.
they're busy sewing masks
Oh yeah.
at GCU right now. So yeah, well,
Yep.
we're glad that she or they recommended you, because you were always so wonderful to have on set with us.
Thank you. I had such a good time. It
Yeah.
was my first movie, and just had so much fun with it. And I've done a couple of shorts with them since then. And it was just a fantastic experience, and met some wonderful people, um, like you.
Aw.
And Kathy and Jennifer, and getting to meet Renee was like a dream of a lifetime, because of course I was a fan of his from his early days.
Yeah.
And so such a great man, and his light will be missed.
I know. So I have a picture here of actually Kathy.
Okay.
So can you
Yes.
see that?
Yes.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about that look. So
Okay.
this is Kathy Shim, and she played Meg in the movie. So talk to us a little bit about how Kathy's look came about.
Okay. Well, after reading the script and then talking with Bruce about his vision for personality, Kathy's that girl who kind of is timeless and never changes her look and stays looking exactly like she did in high school for the next 15 years. And so given the timeline, she's got those late 80s bangs and the big ponytail. And to me, she seems like she was that cheerleader that was Ruth's friend from high school, and she still has that cute cheerleader perkiness to her. And so we always had her hair, her bangs really big and her hair really up so that she had that perky perk look. And yeah, it was very fun. And of course, lots of makeup, super eyeliner, stuff that I did in high school.
I know. I feel the same way. In fact, if I had really planned this out, I would have found a picture of me that has the exact same hair as that from, I don't know when it was, 80, 89, maybe 90, somewhere right in there. I had that claw bang look going on. And it's funny because every time I see Kathy now in person or on, over Zoom or on Instagram, I'm like, oh, she's so pretty. Her hair looks so good. And I just, I'm so used to looking at her with all that makeup on and that crazy hair. And in real life, she's beautiful in the movie too.
She is, but yeah, I know what you're saying, because she's so naturally beautiful.
Yeah.
You see her and she's just that stunning.
Yeah.
And all the makeup, it was a very strong choice. Yes. And I think it worked really well for the film.
Yeah, it was fun. So now I have a picture of Renee.
Okay.
And so this was his first day of work.
His first, yes.
Right?
Yes.
So talk to me a little bit about that look. I know things changed a little bit throughout the movie.
We softened him a little bit during the movie. This is actually very much copied from a picture of James Buchanan. And as we went through the film, we kind of softened him down a little bit and made it not quite so sticking up so far. But yeah, I basically got a bunch of pictures of James Buchanan and tried to come up with some semblance that would be like if somebody said, oh, what did he really look like? And you look him up and go, oh, okay, I could see that there. So, it worked out well. And he's got the greatest face ever.
I know, doesn't he? It's just so expressive, his face.
Yes.
Yeah. And so later in the movie, it wasn't quite so
up. Yeah. It wasn't quite as historically accurate as we worked through it, but he also was in different positions. He was in the big beanbag and he was in the chair or out. It was a lot of there was a little bit of a process that went through getting his hair to be what it ended up being for the majority of the film. So
okay, so now I've got another one for you. And this one is Shelley, Boucher, and Steve Briscoe.
Yes.
And so Shelley Boucher plays Trina, who is kind of an apprentice ventriloquist, and then Steve Briscoe plays Errol, who is the head ventriloquist.
Right.
So talk to me about these two, because they are something.
They are something. Trina, I thought of her kind of as the old movie Gun Mall. She the gangster's girl.
Oh, okay.
And so she was very almost trampy. And her hair was, big and loose and curly and lots of makeup and bright lips and just had that kind of, she's the arm candy. She's the one who wants to lift him up all the time. He likes her because, you know, she's gorgeous and is okay with all of his nefarious deeds.
Yeah.
And then Steve, for the ventriloquist part, we went really dark. We almost wanted him to look like he was also a doll, ventriloquist doll.
Yeah, yeah.
And so
a figure.
Yes, a ventriloquist figure. And with the filming, within the filming, it was very dark and very, you know, dramatic. And so we really darkened his beard and mustache and gave him an almost evil 20s kind of look. You know, it just, we wanted to make sure that he looked very 20s in his makeup, and, you know, lightened his skin a little bit, and and the effect was really good.
Yeah.
I was really excited.
Yeah.
Which is also why your hair was, you know, had that wavy look and the, you know, smoky eyes and the deep lip.
They were some seriously smoky eyes.
Yes, very seriously smoky eyes.
They were, there was a lot of makeup on.
Yes.
But for, you know, that's what the character, but not all the time for Ruth, just when she was playing cello.
Just when she was playing cello in the films.
Right.
Because that was her thing. You know, that she had to look that part, like Clara Bow or something.
Right.
From the 20s. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And so for that, I did a lot of research on just those, the way the makeup was done back then.
Oh, okay.
So I looked up a lot of those things too.
There you go.
Mata Hari and.
Okay, so this looks like it, you know, out of context, it might be from some sort of horror movie or something.
Yes.
She's got the doll strapped on her there, the figure. So this is Jennifer Fallsgraf, and she plays Holly. So talk to me about this look. This was her first day of filming, by the way.
Yes. And she was, her whole thing was she was going out for, with all the ventriloquists for a night out. And so I kind of, you know, a lot of women who are not as filled in on what might be trending now, often end up going back to that fancy hairdo that they did before.
Okay.
Because that's what they know how to do.
Right. Okay.
And so I thought, well, you know, she's got this little cute little bob, and so, you know what, the big bubble from the 90s, you know, bubble head here, and then the big hair.
And she's got these like the wings.
Yeah, it's like wings, the wings from the 90s.
Yeah.
Late 80s, early 90s, because she too is the same age as Meg and Ruth. So and she's not exactly the most trendy.
No, she's not.
Person.
She's not trendy at all.
At all.
No.
So not Jennifer. Jennifer is a very classy lady.
Right.
The character not so much.
These characters, I mean, that's one of the themes I think really in the movie is, you know, these characters all tend to hang on to when they were the best, right? When they were the best version of themselves.
As do we all, to some extent.
I know, right? And so all three of these women really hung on to the 80s and 90s.
Yes, very much so. Very much so.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, what it shows is it's like, I mean, I know those three women in my life. I have friends who that's, you know,
we won't
that's
mention
how they
names,
are.
they might be watching. Right. In fact, let's see, Laura Durant is watching. Hi, Laura. And Brett Kalmbach is watching. Hi, Brett.
Hey, the man, the myth.
Yes, the legend.
The legend.
And then Kaylin Tackett Yoder is watching. Is that one of your
Oh,
friends?
she's going to be my daughter-in-law. My son proposed to her today.
Yay, congratulations. That's
Thank
awesome.
you.
So she asked a question. What's one of your
Oh.
favorite memories from this awesome movie? Thank you, Kaylin. We're going to send you something like in the mail to bribe you for that, because that was a great question.
Yay. She's a good girl. I love her. So one of my favorite parts of the movie, or my favorite memory being made, I mean, honestly, I can't think of a single time that isn't my favorite memory.
Yeah.
I mean, they were long days and you get tired, but being around amazing people, and just everybody on the crew was incredible, and the cast, and watching it being filmed, and of course as a theater person myself, watching the acting and getting to see Renee in the flesh acting, and you know, there was a moment when you and it's when Ruth's dad died. And Ruth sits on the bed, and watching you film that was just, I remember you coming out and I was in tears.
Oh.
And I was just like, oh, and every time I watch the movie, which has been quite a bit, I cry, because that emotion is there. It's just, it was just seeing some really excellent things, and of course making new friends. You know, I stayed in touch with Kathy and with you, Amanda, and it's just been really incredible to just have that experience.
I think, you know, people that don't work in this business, you know, don't really understand how the set works, you know, and every set really, it's a whole new group of people. And there might be people that you've worked with before, like, you know, I've worked with Shelley before, and Jennifer before, and Bruce and Joe, and Leanne Cohn. You know, I've worked with a ton of the same people before, Nola, but it's still a new mix of people, and it's a new project. And sometimes you just get a group of people that just work. And I feel like that was what happened on our film. You know, there are a few people that I wouldn't, you know, that I would pick up the phone and call and chit chat with if I had time.
Right, exactly.
But I feel, you know, I feel affection for and gratitude for having such a great experience.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
Yeah, and you really can make lifelong friends with people.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's like you're cocooned in together.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, I got a couple more pictures to show you.
Okay.
This is one of my favorites.
Oh, is it the eyebrows? Oh no, it's the
yet.
hoodlums.
Yes.
It's the hoodlums.
Yes. So this is Dustin, James Layton, and Sailor Billings and Dale Cook. Dale we pulled from the crew and made him jump in there, but Sailor and Dustin were cast in these roles. So
yeah.
Tell us about
Dustin. I mean, he's a good looking guy, and he has all this hair, and it's just like he came pretty much ready made. All we had to do was fluff his hair a little bit and get rid of some shine. And he kind of fit with the, you know, the facial hair and the stuff. He fit that goon look. Sailor, oh my gosh, we went total biker babe with her. Definitely just the 80s biker babe. And you know, she's got some beautiful curls. Her hair is gorgeous naturally. And so we did some good teasing and spraying, and yeah, bless her heart, she had some work to do when she went home to wash it.
That's a
but we definitely went biker babe with her. And then of course Dale, we just powdered him up, and he already had his top knot. So
yeah, you can't really see it in this picture, but he had a lot of hair.
He had a lot of hair, beautiful hair. Yeah.
I know. I'm jealous of that hair. I think he cut it. I think he's cut
it. Did he? Oh, wow.
Yeah. Okay, one more picture to show you.
Okay.
Which I'm pretty sure you're going to know what this one is.
This is yes. Yes.
So this is us in disguise. And this was our very first day of filming, and it wasn't our first shot, I don't think, but it was right away at the very first day of filming, and right away at the beginning. And yeah, so we've got a lot going on here. So I understand what's happening here.
So I was like, okay, so what would it look like if Ruth and Meg decided to, go incognito to the library,
right?
Because they didn't want to get caught, sending a message. And I figure with Meg, she's just going to really just overdo her makeup and maybe put on a wig. So we did that, and then of course we decided to put the little headband on. Kathy was like, "Let's do something really fabulous," and so we kind of did the 80s not real workout band.
Right.
And then just overdid her makeup a lot. And then of course with the blonde wig on her, which of course is funny because I think she's blonde right now.
Yeah.
But but then with Ruth, because I mean Ruth is a mess. Ruth is just truly a mess. And so I feel like she said, and of course in the script it talks about the eyebrows.
Right.
And so I was like, okay, she doesn't do her makeup. She just doesn't really wear makeup except for loading on the dark eyeshadow for the strung and derm. And so I just like, well, let's just like she went, oh, I gotta, this will hide who I am, you know. And so it looks so ridiculous and probably would draw so much more attention to them than they would have had they gone in themselves or even just put the wigs on. But I kind of feel like we got that essence there of do it yourself, hideaway hair and makeup.
I was sitting next to one of my really good friends, Jamie, at one of the early screenings, like the cast and crew screening or something. And she looked at me and she's like, "Oh my God, Amanda." When I came up on the screen with the brows and the hair and everything, she's like, "You look like shit." And I was
Success!
like, "Thanks, Jamie." Yeah, thanks. True statement, but yes. So
yeah.
It
took work to make you look bad.
Yeah. Oh well, thank you. Well, that showed up. That's for sure. Anytime now, I'm like darkening my eyebrows a little bit, to look good in real life. I feel compelled to overdo it.
Start swiping.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do it as well. That's for sure, though. Okay.
I actually thought about you this year because we did the art teacher and I did oh my gosh, her name just went out of my head with the eyebrow.
Oh, Frida Kahlo.
Frida Kahlo. We did a whole thing on Frida Kahlo, and I did the history part of it, and she did the artwork, and we talked about her and her life and different things, and we dressed up like her. And so as I was doing our eyebrows, I was like, oh my gosh, this takes me back to Amanda. Unforgettable.
Well, yes, I'm glad you remembered me.
Always.
Okay, so Zoe's here. Hi, Zoe. Zoe's watching. Zoe Yeoman.
Oh, yay.
Michelle McDonald Miller says, "Hi, Kay. Do you feel the energy is different when working in hair, costume, and makeup on a movie set as opposed to a theater set?"
Oh, okay. That's my sister. Hi, Missy. Yeah, it is different. I learned in theater, doing hair and makeup in theater, to work fast, because you have to like bam, 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 get 25 people ready in 2 hours to all be on stage on the downbeat. But the energy it's a lot lower key on the film set, or at least my experience in this was. I still had to work fast to make sure that I get everybody done by the time the director wants them, by the call time. But it was the same in that I had to keep working and constantly be going. But when stage productions, I basically, unless there's a lot of costume changes or hair changes or makeup changes, which doesn't really happen a lot unless you're doing working with wigs, I would go watch the show. And with filming, I had to be on and ready. I had my, my little kit in my apron and had to be ready to dab if there was a shine or touch up lipstick or whatever had to happen.
Comb my hair.
Yeah.
There's a lot of combing of my hair.
Little spray, a lot of combing of your hair.
Yes.
Got messy real easy.
Yes, there's a lot of touch-ups, a
Yes.
lot of, especially because it gets so hot, I mean, we filmed in October and I felt like it was unseasonably hot. I can't remember now, but my memory is that it was warm.
Yeah.
And we were sweating a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No air and.
Okay, we have one more question for you. I hear Kay does hair for brides and bridesmaids, and she won an award for her hairstyles. And she's also a wonderful daughter-in-law, so this must be...
Oh, that's my mother-in-law.
Joyce.
That is Joyce. Oh, she does do hair and makeup for for weddings and theater productions or whatever. Yes, and I have won a couple of Arizona awards for hair and makeup design.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I've been nominated nominated 7 times. I've won 4 of them.
Good for you.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a neat thing. You dress up, you get to make a speech.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank all the little people. And they play music if you go on too long.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yes, and you've done my hair and makeup.
I have for your photo shoot for the Phoenix magazine.
Yep.
And for your Rocky Mountain Emmys. Yeah.
So that was fun.
Cool.
I hope to have another event.
Right? Yes.
Sometime in the next year to have you do my hair and makeup again, because it's always fun.
Hooray!
So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's always fun being there with you when you get dressed up and zipping you up and helping you get into your shoes.
I always need help. So do you have, if somebody wants to hire you, where can they find you?
Well, I am on Facebook.
I tagged you on this, so.
Kay Gray. Yeah. So I look at my tag there. You can message me on Facebook and I'll get back with you. That's usually how I usually end up giving my number after that. But yeah,
cool.
I am around and available.
Yeah,
most days.
As soon as we get back to normal.
Yeah, whatever that is.
I know, right?
Whatever that new normal is going to be.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
and I do own a face mask, so if you need me, I can wear a face mask.
Cool. Listen, you did such good work, and it was so interesting and so memorable, right, in the movie. So I hope if anybody's watching this that hasn't seen the movie yet, that they check it out.
I just thought of my favorite memory, and this might be why Kathy and I clicked so well together. When you said memorable in the movie, Kathy and I got very close because of her having to have some work done on her chest area.
Right.
Best part of the movie is watching it and hearing people just go nuts laughing over her. Yeah. So watch the movie and you'll know what I mean.
Yeah. So thank you. And that's a great segue. It's out right now on iTunes and Amazon Prime and Google Play and a whole bunch of other, 8 other on-demand websites. And then it's also on a ton of cable and satellite providers on demand, and it's also DVD and Blu-ray if you're into physical media. So again, I'm Amanda Melby. I'm the producer, one of the producers of Raising Buchanan, and play Ruth in the film. And It has been my absolute honor and pleasure to have Kay Gray, who was our key makeup and hair with me, doing another Conversations with Cast and Crew. So thank you, Kay, for joining
Thank
me.
you. Thank you for having me.
And thanks everybody for watching and the questions, and check out the movie.
Yes.